Full and uncut versions available on Patreon. Check in the description below.
Greetings once again, heroes and villains of the night. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more of Batman Caped Crusader, where previously, while Batman has been dealing with all manner of strange adversaries and helping out the GCP where he can, even though they still continue to hunt him down, there are a few select members who are slowly becoming more dependent on Batman in certain sense. But all the while in the background, Harvey Dent's mayoral campaign has slowly been tanking, losing funds and sponsors left and right. Ultimately, he had no choice but to turn to Rupert Thorne, who does pay him quite a handsome amount, but it comes with a caveat: to start dropping specific cases that Thorne wants to never see the light of day. At first, Harvey considers it, but during one of the case trials, he goes back on his word, and what's waiting for him later? A face full of acid, of course, to make sure everyone knows what happens when you double deal with the mob. What will become of Harvey Dent now? Well, join me as I find out, won't you? Wait. Oh, this is a dream, isn't it? Yep, nondescript shadows. Oh, and to have him in the crowd, really? Rupert Thorne? It's just faces he recognizes. What's wrong with his face? Oh, okay. Oh, we're only seeing him from one side of the face. Oh, so he dropped out, huh? Dang. And now Mayor Jessup runs unopposed. Peter Mitchell. That name doesn't really ring a bell. Yeah. Oh, that other side came out real fast. I do miss the build-up that we had in Batman the Animated Series. It was obvious that Harvey was going to suffer some kind of major situation. It's sad because he went in with Thorne slowly, but he did the right thing in the end. But now he's paying for it. Honestly, he should be going after Thorne first and foremost, is what it is. And Montoya immediately, it's just like, yeah, nah, there's something shady about that. Nobody goes that far just on a whim, you know? It sucks because it's a little in between. That was kind of on the take, but at the same time, he was trying to do the right thing in the end. I like that there is a side of Harvey that does kind of uphold the law, but it gets muddied by Flask. It's obvious that Flask is a very bad influence on, Bullock. You know, Bullock's got Harvey's back because they're both kind of, they're a little duplicitous in some ways, but they're not terrible people. They'll do what they can for the right reason, or at least that's the Bullock I'm used to. Of course, it's not a good look when your opponent just suddenly drops out. People start asking questions. Man, the press will roll with that hard. Oh, it's all the drinking there, buddy. The police, or is it Bruce? Yeah, Bruce. Harvey didn't even have a fiance in this version either. He has kind of given up on life, like old times, huh? Come on, man. Then again, that's how it goes. You start seeing nothing but the negatives in a lot of places. Maybe it goes to show that deep down Harvey thinks everybody's two-faced. That's one way of looking at things, and the voices in your head tell you one thing when the outside world might not feel that way. There might be some who feel that way, but yeah, that's not always the case. Yep, sure enough. Bruce is also trying to look into things. Oh, yeah, the aggression is increasing. I do love it because the moment he drops the plastic smile, he just goes right into Batman mode. Man, I do kind of wish that. No, the current voice actor's doing a good job. I just miss that kind of dual way of speaking that would sometimes come in with some actors. So even this actor does, what was it, Hamish? He does kind of, his tone does change, but it's so subtle. You barely really notice it. He does kind of put on a bit of a roughness to it, so it is there to a certain degree. He's about to, no, oh no, oof, man. His face actually looks like it was half melted. I will say that, but the deformation, and they always go for more of a coolness factor to the way that it looks more than anything else. But here it's just like, nope, that's the face of someone who's had half their face melted off. I'll be honest. Damage to the hairline, just oof. Honestly, it just looks like it'd be painful to have that exposed to the air. Oh boy. Oh man. See, half of that might have been Bruce trying to be a good friend, but the other half of that was just Bruce looking for answers about who did it. And Harvey, he wasn't in a place where he needed to go out. Honestly, that might have pushed him over the edge. It really seemed to have. There are a lot of moments here where they really do want to show off Bruce's flaws as a person. That switching between that detective mode and actual empathy, that's a hard adjustment for him. Honestly, they're doing a good job of showing why he probably needs a Robin. Someone who can handle that softer side of things that Bruce sometimes forgets. Yep, Alfred calling him out. Spare a thought for the man. Yeah. These are some hard lessons that Bruce kind of needs to learn. The fact that it's coming at the expense of others. Dang. So that's the angle they're playing here. That's a funny thing, because the Bruce from Batman the Animated Series, he had an instant sense of empathy. He wasn't so hardened by who he had become. There were nicer elements to him that kind of got darker over time in some ways, especially after, what had happened. Let's face it, the Batman Beyond version of Bruce was the bad timeline. Say what you will about it. It wasn't quite the good timeline, but there was a inset sense of empathy to that version of Bruce. But here, they are really highlighting, much like in the recent The Batman movie, Bruce, those darker impulses and mindsets are really taking over any sense of humanity that he has. It's driving him way too much. And it shows that what Robin represents is necessary for him. Batman needs Robin more than anything else. Yes, it's not great that he puts a child in harm's way, but Batman needs that childhood innocence to some degree. With Dick, who lifts up spirits, he lifts up people, he sees a lot of the best in people, a lot of those elements that Bruce doesn't naturally have anymore. With Jason, it was that understanding of where the line is. Do not cross the line. He could rein in Jason that's too far. That is too far. No. With Tim, it was that sense of going further into that detective element. Tim's mind was a great asset, and that's what kept Bruce sharp. Trying to be one step ahead of a kid who was already very brilliant. With Stephanie, she was an example of Bruce going a little too hard on someone and being a little too unfair and unreasonable. And with Damian, that helps to better make Bruce a father figure on top of that. It brings out the softest side of Bruce he could possibly have, because he can't just have that angle of we're not really related by blood. Yes, I adopted this child, and it's not real. But then he can't deny it when it comes to Damian. So, I don't know. I do wonder if that's the angle that they're going for. You don't deserve kindness, done terrible things. He has a point. It screwed up his teeth too. Gee. It's really kind of ghastly to look at that side, but it's probably the most realistic thing. He could always pay to have some form of reconstruction surgery. Oh, dang. Oh, the coin. Oh, jeez. Harvey. Oh, shot him in the leg. Okay. I was about to say, oh, snap. He's about to go over that edge. So he makes a thing of mugging old men. Dang. Harvey wasn't wrong. He's gotten a slap on the wrist before. Half his face was melting. Yep, you listening, Bruce? You listening, Bruce? If this was Harvey, I don't think he's even home anymore. She's already brandishing the gun. Then again, it could be that, he was mugged. Oh, jeez. Emil Potter. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, he's gonna jog your memory. Maggie Kane. Oh, boy. Oh, had to call him out. Yep. There goes that beating he wasn't gonna give you. Honestly, I'm wondering, when does he start getting to the actual coin flip? Because right now, Harvey's just unhinged. I mean, can't say I blame him, but still. Is this his son? Yeah. Oh, God. Quality time with his son. You're betting with your son? Jeez. Trying to call Harvey. Thorne was behind it, and Harvey wants revenge. Pennyworth's driving that hard. It's just like, this is your fault, you dumb. I do actually appreciate that Bruce isn't very flawless in this. He's getting pissy because he knows you're right. Damn. Making it very clear she's sexy. Oh, yep, this is about to get, yep. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't have angled it like that, lady. What if I did know where the safe house was? God damn. Like, he already got one beaten today. I would not be interested in, I wouldn't be interested in another at that point. Oh, then again, who knows how many bullets the other guy had. He might not have even had enough money to make sure his gun was fully loaded. He only got 2 bullets left. The Ivory Hotel. Uh-oh. Is that gas? Oh, he's literally trying to smoke him out. Oh, yep. He should have. Ooh, shot him in the ass. Not so tough now, eh, Zeta? Boo. Yeah, time to skip down, right? I wouldn't. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, the first visitor. Oh, okay. Harvey paid her off. Nice. Yeah, definitely a time to skip town if that's the case. And at least if he had given you a shiner, you could say that the dude beat it out of you. Yeah. Harvey's gonna pass the point of being able to do things by the book because of this. Yeah. He knows who made you do it. The other guy, huh? Oh, God. What's it gonna be, Bruce? Killed them all, Harvey. Wow. And Bruce went after Harvey instead of trying to save those people. Ooh, jeez. Damn. Through all the scaffolding. Ooh. Dang! Out cold in the middle of the street. Yep. If Zito wasn't dead before, he's dead now. Yeah, Zito ain't alive anymore. Like Harvey, Bullock's letting you know. It ain't looking great, buddy. Yeah. And there's that guilt. He didn't want to believe that Harvey would go too far, that he could still be talked down, but oh no, buddy. It's he's gone past the point of no return pretty much. You might just be able to bring him back, but this version of Bruce ain't equipped for empathy. Man, love the way that thing sounds when it starts. And I'm not that big a fan of engine starting. Yeah, how you gonna do this, Harvey? I don't think that's Ernie. That's not Ernie. He is not stopping. You care a lot about your son, Thorne. I feel like Harvey might recognize that. Oh, took out a couple of your dudes. Just propped them up. Dang. Ooh, dang. Jeez, Harvey. Who knew he was a crack shot at that? The piano? Oh, God. Damn. What do you want? What do you think he wants? Jeez. Ooh, tossed him like he was nothing. Oh yeah, it's revenge. Oh boy. Oh God. He was really about to do it. Don't drop your guard, Bruce. Oh, yep. If he didn't have a concussion before, he has it now. That blow with the truck really did a number on him. Yeah. He was on that path and he was going at it hard. What now? Lawyer. Oh God, is it Barbara? Really? Curious how that one's gonna turn out. Jeez. Oof. You know, there was someone who commented an episode or two ago about how things were like really ramping up, and they weren't kidding. Jeez. It's that one bad day effect. You know, you get pushed to the absolute depths and you can really go down a bad path. And there's a reasonable enough way of explaining around a lot of what Harvey did, but it really doesn't help the amount of lives that he took. But then again, you try to go too much in the nitty-gritty of why Harvey was on the warpath that he was on, then, how does Thorne explain any of that away? So Harvey, man, some of the stuff he was managing to do was like, ooh, I mean, you might be capable, but a lot of that adrenaline kicking in hard time with a lot of the stuff he was pulling off. Gunning down people like he had been doing it all his life. Man, I just can't get over it. Like, the fact that a lot of this was kind of on Bruce. Now, granted, with enough time, there was a good chance that Harvey might have genuinely snapped, or had Bruce maybe even just sat with him, really tried to get Harvey out of the toxic mindset he was starting to develop. Maybe that could have helped. Harvey needed therapy. Unfortunately, one of the better therapies in the city went a little cuckoo herself, which kind of says something for Gotham. But man, dude, I'm just curious what happens next. I want to have something to say after all this, but the downfall of Harvey is something you've seen time and time again, but it always shifts and changes a little bit with time. I feel like maybe they could have done a better job of showing that more dual nature of Harvey sometimes, that he did have that anger lurking behind the scenes that gave him that burst of adrenaline. I always felt the whole big bad Harv thing was a little too much, but this here feels a little too subdued, Not enough time to really marinate on a few things. It's the downside of having so many episodes that are just confined to only like 10 or so. Because a lot of the deeper development you could do, you can't really do to a certain degree. So you kind of got to take the good with the bad when it comes to that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the descent and fall of Harvey Dent and what he has become? Do you feel that there was enough time to really marinate on it? You want to just jump to the real action, the meat and potatoes as it were? Or do you feel that maybe this was a little undercooked in how it was presented? Still good. I want to emphasize that. Still a very good look at things. But with a little bit more time, it could be even better, or maybe they could have just ended up spinning their wheels. Keeping it as a C or B plot, that could have been something interesting. We did spend already a lot of time on Harvey, but it was mostly just seeing him as a pompous ass more than anything else. So maybe they could have done a little bit better throughout the season. There's also that. But whatever. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.